Ray again from Model Making Maniacs. Well, I'm still recuperating with my leg, and I thought I'd get into some other projects as well, give me time to make some videos. Well, this one's a little bit different. This is going to be an unboxing and a build. Out the back in my hangar, I have a plane called the Stinger, is what it was. I've had this for a little while, and it's actually got a prop on the back through there. Now, when this thing flies, it flies really quick. And it screams with that prop. It really sounds like a bit of a jet. Well, I was looking around on the internet. I found a kit very, very similar to this, but it's actually got the bit in the back to actually fit a ducted fan and make it an actual jet. So I thought, why not? I'll add that to my planes in the hangar. Not that the wife says I need any more planes, but hey, you can never have too many planes. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to put that one away. And we're going to do an unboxing and a quick build, because it won't take long to build this thing up. They're pretty easy. And that's all the bag with the balsa bits. This one actually has wheels on it. My other one, this thing, it didn't come with wheels. It's just a straight belly lander. So this one's actually got the wheels, push rods, all the bits and pieces. That's all in there. And then we have the body, just one piece there. What else we got? Oh, it's the, that'll be the top section to finish off the body. Intakes there for the EDF that goes in it. We will have one wing. Yeah, now those hinges there's no hinges, it's just foam. So we'll have to make sure we strengthen that up. That's one wing. That's the other wing. The two little tail sections. The nose. Cover underneath for the EDF to fit that in, and actually that's an adapter, so if you don't fit the EDF in, the ducted fan unit, you can actually fit this in and you can still put a prop like my other one on it as well, so it swings both ways basically. So there you go. What's that? That's the rod to strengthen the wings. And of course, stickers. Going to look very similar to the other one. So that's it in the box. Okay, let's get it all together. Now that's all the bits that came with it. Obviously I had to supply the ESC and the ducted fan unit, but no instructions. So I've got to do a dry fit now and work out where all these bits go. I know these couple of bits through here, that's going to be for the motor mount if you actually want to mount a prop into there. So I won't use those bits, but I've just got to work out where everything else goes. So we'll do some dry fits and then we'll get it all together. Well, that was an interesting exercise, trying to work out where all the bits go with no instructions. On the site where I bought the plane, they had a whole series of photos and it just showed the inside and where some bits went, so that helped out a heap. So I have got these couple of bits left over. I'm really not too sure where they go. I'll fit everything else. It's going to be somewhere up the front for mounting servos, I think, and my receiver, but we'll wait till we get everything else in and then we'll see where that goes. But let's get into this build. Now, what I did notice, they're actually two different sets. These ones are nice and perfectly square. These ones have got a little knot, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little notch cut out just up in here. And same on the inside of this one. If you can see the notch. Now these are the ones that go at the front, because when you fit them, that notch lines up with the groove where the ducted fan goes. So they need to go on the front, notch inside at the top. And same with this one, notch on the inside at the front on there. So it matches that line for when you fit the ducted fan. And then the square ones just go straight in the back. So I'll just glue those in and we should be done for that bit. Right, just out of interest, because by the time I get the ducted fan unit in, I won't be able to show you. These extra bits that I had left over, let's have a look. These ones here are actually used, that's a motor mount, if you want to fit a prop on the back. So they actually fit in like this. Everything would glue together. That goes on there. They fit in there. So that's your motor mount, and it would then slot into the little adapter that goes into the back. Cover on top. Now what happens in the back here, there's a little slot for that to all glue in. This fits on top, screws up, and there's your motor mount if you want to use it with a propeller on the back. So I'll make that up and keep that to one side. If something ever happens and the EDF dies and I want to fit a prop to it, well, I can do that now as well. So that ends up being the motor mount. It's quite clever. Hopefully that's all dry, all my nose, if I've done it correct. Yeah, I might actually stick that nose on. That's going to blow off in the wind. Not all that good. Now I've fitted the steering on, and I thought that steering arm here was actually going to go on the inside, but then I couldn't work out where the servo was going. And when I've had a good look underneath, there's actually a spot for the servo there. So the servo does the steering from underneath. So it basically just feeds through there, and your servo fits like that to do the steering. So we'll get that glued in now. well, that's the plane all finished. I've put the stickers on, but they're not going to stay stuck. They're just keep peeling up, so might do something different there. I did stick the nose on because that the magnets really weren't strong enough. And the only thing I did notice as well, it was a cheap model. It was only about 50 or 60 bucks for the kit, but some of these bits are really quite thin. And on the underside, you can see through here, that's really, really thin. I wouldn't want to do any belly landings with this. If I didn't have wheels, I'd have to put some protection down here because you'd punch a hole straight through that. That's really thin. I can move it with my finger. But as I said, it was a cheaper end of the models. But the ducted fans in. I'll mount everything in a bit better later, but the battery will go in, and I'll put the specs of what battery I'm using and everything once I've worked out where it all balances up and what works best. But that is the beast. So now it'll be interesting to get it up and flying soon. Hopefully, once my leg gets better and I can get out on the field, and we'll see how we go. But as I said, it's really, really thin. I've got to be a bit careful with it. It's not the same sort of foam as the other one I've got. And the wheels themselves, where they fit in, they're meant to click in, but I reckon one landing, these things will just rip out. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to stick those in. I'm going to insert a little piece of wood in there as well, just to keep them in place, because as I said, as soon as you do a bit of a landing, this one's not too bad, but this one here, it'll just click straight out. Won't work. So I've got to make those a bit stronger as well. But, we'll see how we go.